This is Shekels and Shamrocks with Jason Shapiro and Tim Duggan, talking about the markets, life, and everything in between. Yo.
What's up, you hooligan?
Nothing. Well, I tell you what's not up, man, is the dollar.
That's true.
He's going down, 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 down. A lot of volume on that euro. Loving it.
Mm.
Big question is are you in this trade? Are you?
I am.
You are.
Got in on Tuesday.
Nice. I saw your video actually about the market failure on Trump. Yeah, dollar shocking down over, was it on Inauguration Day? With that big shock down in Dixie.
Yeah.
I talked to David.
Yeah, he mentioned it to me.
Oh, okay. He was, I sent him some information anyway, so we'll see if he comes back to me next week. Be awesome.
Good.
Busy week, I'm sure, for all those guys. Yeah, so just wanted to check in with you, really. See what you're up to, what you're loving at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just short dollar, man. And I don't know, man. I'm starting to become an angry bear in the stock market. I have not shorted anything.
An angry bear.
Yeah.
Really? Why are you so angry? Because Dan Nathan's...
Just this whole thing, Donald Trump just pisses me the fuck off. He triggers me.
Okay. Jeez, well, if you talk about this, because there's going to be 4 years of this.
I know. That's why I'm an angry bear.
Wow. Well,
See my OKLO up 98% year to date, dog, and no one's even fucking talking about it. It's the most amazing thing in the world.
OKLO.
OKLO.
What the hell's OKLO?
Exactly. Let me know when you know so I can get out. I wasn't talking about this. It's the most ridiculous thing. They did that thing the other day when they had Larry Ellison and all those guys up on there.
Yeah.
They're creating Skynet.
Yeah, the Stargate.
Yeah, and Trump literally said that these guys are going to be able to do whatever they need to do to find the energy to power these things that they're building. Okay? And one of the guys that's standing there, whatever his name is, Sam Altman, that little twat.
Yeah.
He's the chairman of this OKLO, which is a nuclear reactor company that it's supposed to make these nuclear reactors that can be on site, right?
He's
standing in a meeting.
It's up 11.14% here on session.
Dude, it's up 100% year to date.
Oh, yeah, I've just opened this chart. Yeah. Fuck me. Or sorry, it's up 11% in a week, sir. Up 103% on the month. Right.
Yeah, it's up 11.5% today.
So is this a long-winded way for you to tell me that you've YOLO'd OKLO? Is it?
It's a correct answer. No one talks about it. They sat there and had that fucking meeting, and then I'm watching the TV, and these guys are all talking about it. And what stocks? And they're like, oh, well, Oracle and whatever, this stock. Now, not a single one of them mentioned any of these nuclear stocks, including the one that this guy in the fucking meeting is the chairman of. Like, these people on Wall Street have no idea. Like, they have no idea what they're looking at. They're so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And I'm not saying OKLO is going to be the one, but I'm just saying nobody mentioned any of these stocks.
I like it.
It just kills me. It cracks me the fuck up, man.
It was founded in 2013. All right.
Yeah, by Sam Altman.
Jacob DeWitt. Doesn't pay any dividends.
It doesn't have any revenue.
First thing I look at a company is divvies, man.
It's a pipe dream, bro. But it's going up, so who cares?
Yeah, well, is it a bit more than a pipe dream, though?
It should be a pipe dream, yeah. It should be real. If they end up being the ones that have the technology that can do this, and there's a bunch of companies that are fighting for this kind of thing, but...
Yeah, but how many of them have got,
millionaire doctors? No, correct. Not only do they have his money, but it's his real estate that is going to be powered by this shit. So as long as they can get something up and going, clearly they're going to use his thing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. It all pisses me. And this whole thing just pisses me. It pisses
Why? Because there's jobs for the boys, inside contracts. It's all cool. That sort of thing.
Yes, Donald Trump.
Man, these
Donald Trump only cares about one fucking thing, okay, which is being the richest man in the world, and he is following the outline that the person who is the richest man in the world, I believe, Putin, has laid out for him. This is how you do it, dude. You get in the power,
yeah.
and you and your boys just roll with it.
And you write the checks.
And if you need something, just go take over another sovereign country and take it. That's the outline for becoming the richest man in the world. You don't think?
Hold on.
You don't think that thing that they did the other day is a private company? They don't have to say who owns it. They say, okay, Oracle and this. You don't think that Donald Trump gets a fucking piece of that somewhere down the line? Of course he does. You don't think?
Oh yeah.
If TikTok gets taken over by somebody, that Donald Trump don't get a piece of that? Of course he does.
Yes, he will. No, hey, no one needs to hold over their eyes on that one.
Biggest rug pull in the history of mankind. I'm not saying it starts today. I'm saying in the end, that's how these things always end. Okay? This guy, he reminds me so much of the guy that took over as the CEO of the hedge fund I worked for. And I quit because I knew that the guy was going to blow the place out. It took him 10 years to do it. But in the end, he blew the place out. He lost the owner a good $500-600 million. He, at the last day, the day before that day, he lost all the partners. All the PMs were partners. I have friends that lost $10-15 million in that fucking thing. He lied to him the whole way. He stole $100 million from Jeffries. He scammed Jeffries for $100 million, which they're trying to sue him. And on the way out the door, the day before they declared bankruptcy, the last $5 million that was in there, he took for himself. And then he ran. And then the next day, they declared bankruptcy. This is what people like this do, dude. I've seen it before. This is exactly what Donald Trump is.
I've seen this shit, man. I had one trader that I mentor. He used to work for a brokerage, and he was like, they were doing some crypto as well. He's like, yeah, I left because we were doing these pump and dump schemes. They had these personalities that would come to them, and the firm would outline how they would pump and dump. And he was like, this is illegal. And they're like, well, no one's pulled us up on it yet. Like this goes, this goes on all the time.
Unchecked narcissism, dude. Unchecked narcissism. That's what it is. And
what do you think it was under Biden?
Always ends up in the same place. It takes a lot of times. It takes a long time before it ends up there, but that's where we're ending up here. This is unchecked narcissism, and everybody just ignores the fact that it doesn't make any sense, and they all get on board, because if you're not on board, exactly what this guy at this hedge fund did. People knew that the things he was doing were stupid, but if you said it, he got fired. So nobody said it. Everybody just got in line. They say, well, these little are getting in line with Donald Trump now. Gates and all these guys are all lining up behind him now, right? He's going to he's going to get Saudi Arabia to lower the price of oil. He's going to get U.S. oil companies to drill for oil, to invest a lot of money to create this new oil drilling so that you can get the price of the goods that they're drilling for to go down. Who would do that?
Okay.
Why would I drill for oil if the price of oil is going to go down? Why would I do that?
I wrote about this extensively in the oil report, man. Over the past 3 weeks, I've written extensively about this. It's not happening.
But
it is not happening.
How are you going to juice the shit out of the economy, which is already going well, which is already hugely liquid, and have that not be inflationary? Like, you can break the laws that are written on pieces of paper if you control the judges and you control the justice system. You can get away with that. Fine. You can't break the laws of economics, dude. They don't abide to anything that you want. All right? It's by supply and demand rules, and you ain't going to control that. So this whole thing is going to end up the biggest fucking nightmare ever. I don't know if it's 2 years away. Okay, I'm not shorting the stock market now because of it, but that's why I say I'm an angry bear, because I think that this is going back. And Donald Trump is a scumbag. Okay, we know that, right? We know that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't take him above Joe Biden and all that stuff, right? I get it, right? The whole woke thing and all that stuff. I don't believe in that shit. And people don't believe in that shit. And clearly the majority don't believe in that shit. So they voted this guy in. Okay. But now they're going to get what's coming. And people go, we're going to get what's coming to us, dude. This guy is going to break the entire world.
Well, I'll tell you what the reality is. Those oil companies are not going to increase their drilling. They are now on capital efficiencies from their shareholders, and they are not going to have the boom spending that they did, all the way up to 2013, 2014 when the industry went pop. They are not going to do it. There's a survey in the oil report I put out like 2 weeks ago from the Dallas Fed. They interviewed all these top, large and small drillers, and the majority of them said they are not increasing spending significantly this year.
Did you email me that oil report?
I did. Yeah, I think I did actually. I think I did. Anyway, I'll get it. I'll get it to you.
Can you email it to me?
Yeah, go on. It's only $10, man.
Oh, I'm gonna buy a fucking thing from you.
Oh, you got to pay through the nose. So the point being is that the evidence is there. They're not gonna be going to drill, baby drill. They're not gonna do it. And
why would you? This is fucking capitalism, dude, not communism.
If you get oil sustainably over 90, maybe. But that's going to be a 2026 decision. And even at that, they're not going to rally in there and spend when oil spends, a month over 90, and then some calamity happens, and then they come back, then the price comes back and they're committed to projects that are, cash flow neutral at $70 to $80. All right, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The dynamics are there. I talked about it in the oil report. Go and have a read. So, don't get so upset about that. He can talk all he wants, but it's not going to happen. And as you said, the economics of it doesn't work. Here's the other side of the coin. He puts 25% tariff or certain tariffs on Canadian oil, which constitutes 60% of what you bring into the US. It's a heavier grade, right? And Mexican oil. He puts some tariffs, maybe not the full 25% on. He puts that on, right? Next thing, you've got US refiners can't get cheap oil. Suddenly, the US refiners contract, and then you have WTI, you're going to $90, $100. And then, you know what they call that? They call that inflation on a stick. All right.
Well, it's going to be this is exactly what I'm saying, dude. This guy lives he's a narcissist. And he's so successful as a salesman because he believes his own bullshit.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's death. It's exactly the cycle that I saw in this hedge fund. This guy was a massive narcissist. He believed his own bullshit. He was able to sell the owner of the hedge fund on all of his fucking bullshit. And he was able to, because he had the owner of the hedge fund in his pocket, politically, nobody could do anything about it, because if you did do things about it, they just fired you. So he was left with a bunch of fucking people who were scared to say anything to him, which means that all the good money managers left because they didn't want to deal with this moron. So he was left with a bunch of shitty money managers. The firm fucking couldn't make any money, and they went fucking broke. And he stole the last dollars that they had, and he fucking ran, and now they're getting sued. That's where you end up with this. It took him 10 years because he, like I say, he was able to scam Jeffries for $100 million with his salesman bullshit. But it took 10 years. But in the end, that's where it went. And in the end, that's where this is going to go to. This is what happens with unchecked narcissism. It always ends in the same place.
I think you got to brace. You're going to see a lot more of this as we go on, man. I mean, but
there's no question.
But what surprises me on this call, hearing this from you right now, is it's like this is the way, Mandalorian. This is the way. I mean, what do you think these politicians are doing when they're in meetings all day with lobbyists? What exactly do you think they're doing? Talking about the welfare of the voting electorate?
No, of course not. But this guy is taking it to a whole nother level.
They're all taking it to a whole nother level. But
he's lying through his fucking teeth about All of it. All this guy has ever cared about is getting rich. It's all he'll ever care about. And
But that's what they're all doing, man.
he wants to be the richest man on the planet.
Honestly, that's what they all do. This isn't.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree, but
Yeah.
you're stepping on the gas here. The economy's already, and the liquidity in the world is already going above the speed limit, and now you're stepping on the gas. And I get it. That'll work for a while. It will, and it has been working. Here it is. There's the stock market at all-time highs. But economics is going to come into play somehow, and it's going to fucking put the brakes on this thing like nobody ever fucking saw, man. So anyway, that's what makes me an angry bear. Can't get short.
Oh, you can't get short, man. You'll get run over.
Yeah, so that's fine. I can get short the dollar because that's already working.
Yeah. Amen for
I
that.
can short the bonds at some point.
I put out a call on or a letter, a newsletter on the dollar on Tuesday. You missed out on that one because you're not paying your subscription fees to the VWAP report, man.
I missed out on that one because I was busy fucking shorting the dollar on Tuesday. So I missed out around.
Yeah, I've been getting into COT reports actually. Might have a anyway, I'm getting deep into the COTs, and I won't share a chart here, but you know, you're long in that gas that you were in, maybe still in. I don't know if you're still out, but
Not in it anymore, but I was in it, yes.
yeah. So I was looking at COT report on the specs back in, I think it was February of last year as well, and it looked like they were maybe up. Look, we'll pull it up here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so there looked like there was a signal there, but then there was a conflicting signal, I think, looking at it. But I wanted to ask you, because I have the luxury of being able to ask you a question, is how come you didn't get into a long back then?
I don't remember exactly.
I think, yeah, I'm looking at
I
it.
assume I never got. I don't just get into this shit because the COT says it, right? That's very dangerous.
Sure.
To do.
Yeah, sure.
I need
But
to market.
It's just nor was
First,
this
so
on your radar.
I maybe never got the signal to get it, you know?
Yeah, I was just interested really if this was on your radar in
I'm sure it was. Looking at it here, it probably was. But I need the market to tell me first, you know?
yeah.
It can't just be just COT. That's a bad idea.
Right.
So that's probably why I didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oil's oil's really weak, man. I mean, what I find unbelievable here about oil is that he's like, yeah, OPEC have the price of oil too high, and the market just moves down. Like, well, hold on, are we trading on supply dynamics, demand
No,
dynamics?
there's no news that you have to look at anymore. What comes out of this fucking orange fuckhead's fucking mouth. That's the only news that you have to look at. And you can trade with it or you can trade against it. That's up to you. But that's the only news that matters. All these numbers that come out and these supply demand statistics, it's all irrelevant, man. I keep saying this is Donald Trump's world and we are just trading in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I got short the dollar, because he came out with that 25% tariffs. Dollar went fucking straight up and it failed on that. And that's where I got short dollar right there, because it was based on what Donald Trump said. Everything you do has to be based on reaction to this fucking thief, this fucking fuckhead.
Yeah.
He runs the world. He is everything. Everybody in the world has to do nothing but talk about him all the time. It's his biggest wet dream. It's all he ever wanted. And we've given him that now. And we've given him that because the fucking Democrats were so freaking inept.
Well, here you go. I mean, this is what I want to understand.
And how they handled every single thing.
Yeah.
They were so inept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the far lefties just went over the top and pushed everything so left that people like me, who were in the middle,
Yeah.
have become right relative.
You got any semblance of reality? Yeah.
Yeah, and Donald Trump has played that perfectly. He says it. I am here for common sense, right? And
Well, amen to that, like, you know.
that's what got him, huh?
Amen to that.
Amen to that. And that's why he got elected. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. But that's all a facade to get him elected so now he can rip off everybody. Just know that. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, I know that.
I'm not saying these other people didn't rip things off too, but they didn't fucking, you know what? And I ain't taking sides here, dude. I ain't no Democrat, I ain't no Republican, but this is egregious. They didn't fucking create a Trump coin 48 hours before he took the office to be the president of the United States, dude. It's fucking disgusting, man.
Well, they created like 2 or 3. It was like there was Trump, there was Melania, there was some assistants. There was an assistant. It was like
and now they're gonna make the laws so that profits on coins or whatever these things are tax free. And the SEC can't even look into what's going on because all it clearly is a way for people to bribe Donald Trump because everyone that buys one of these coins is buying it from him. He's providing the liquidity, right? Every time you buy a coin from him, one of these Trump coins for $40,
I know.
That's $40 going in his pocket. Okay? That's all it is. It's such a ridiculous fucking scam, dude. It's
one of the guys,
such a bad taste in my mouth.
One of the guys.
I hope the fucking markets crash, dude, because that's what these deserve to get. Look, the markets are not.
I fucking hope they crash too, man. Down.
Markets are not
30%.
The markets are not. You know what I mean? They don't in economics. They don't put up with this shit. All right. The voter base. You can fool the voter base. All right. Especially when you had such inept people that you were running against, okay?
Sure.
You can see the voter base, but markets are a different story. That's why I love them. They ain't going to put up with shit, dude, for very long. They've put up with it to this point. We're on new highs.
It's the one truth metric that there's out there, man.
That's right.
The truth comes really quick.
I'm going to fuck this shit up so badly, dude. This is such a fucking rug pull waiting to happen. This is thievery and...
Yeah, I can.
My old the guy who did the hedge fund thing should be in jail. He's not.
You're taking the jacket off here, man. Why don't you tell us?
To this point, my hedge fund boy has gotten away with what he got away with, and it's disgusting, and it makes me fucking barf. Okay, because what happened was the partners in the firm ended up being the bag holders because all their fucking partnership money went to zero, and he stole what was in there for himself. And to this point, he's gotten away with it, and it makes me sick.
Listen, man. Listen. Okay, I recently joined Wall Street Oasis. It's a forum for all these finance, Wall Street types, blah, blah, blah. But there's some good conversation in there. There was one guy who said he's moved into leverage and distressed debt and all this shit, right? So basically he makes money out of like going into distressed situations, borrowing money to these situations like at ultra huge rates. And then probably gutting the companies when they're looking for repayment.
Right.
And then one guy on the forum responded being like, oh, so are you like a CLO manager? So a CLO manager is that really horrible guy in The Big Short near the end where he's just ripping people left, right, and center. And it was meant as a joke. And then the guy responds and he's like, yeah, actually, that's kind of what I am. Yeah, CLO. And then the whole rest of the thread is all these people going, oh yeah, CLOs, it's really cool. Yeah, that we should all be doing this. Da, 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 da. And I was just like, you're a scumbag, man. You're just going in gutting all these companies. But like my point here is that, I'm surprised that you're shocked by how egregious this is because it's just like the fox is not trying to get in the hen house. The fox is always in the hen house. You know what I mean?
I don't have to tell you, man. This is going to be the end of society.
Oh, shit. Is this it? Is this the big one?
I don't know when, but yes, this is the big one.
Oh, man. I was hoping you were going to tell me it's never the big one because it's never the big one.
Well, this is going to be the closest we see. You can say what you want about this is always what the government does, and they're all a bunch of dirtbags. They're all trying to get rich, and I'm not going to disagree with you. But this is the biggest scumbag that has ever held an office this big in the history of mankind. This is the biggest political office on the planet, and this is the biggest scumbag on the planet. So you have the biggest scumbag on the planet holding the biggest political office on the planet right now, and he is so egregious in his fucking greed. Okay, and it's going to come back. It's going, and if you believe in anything in this world, I always say, I'm not religious. I don't go to church. I don't pray to God. Okay. But I do believe that there are consequences in this world to irresponsible behavior. Okay. I have to believe that, because if I don't believe that, then I am not acting irresponsibly enough. If there's no consequences to irresponsible behavior, then I need to act a hell of a lot more irresponsible than I did. Okay. I sit here every day and try to act responsibly. I'm not saying I always succeed, but I try, right?
Sure.
If you believe that there are consequences to irresponsible behavior, this is the most irresponsible behavior we've ever fucking seen. So there are going to be consequences that are the biggest we've ever freaking seen.
Wow. I don't know. I don't think I agree, man. I
don't give a fuck if you agree. I'm telling you facts, dude. You can take them or leave them. Okay? When I was at that fucking hedge fund, I went to these guys every day, all the partners. I said, what are you guys fucking doing? This guy is taking this place to zero. Okay. Yeah. The only place that this hedge fund can go to at this point with this guy in charge based on the things he's doing is zero. And they were all like, oh, I don't agree with you. No, I would never let that happen. The COO said that to me. I would never let that happen. I go, dude, it ain't up to you. Okay. It's a guarantee. And I'm telling you, this is the same exact fucking thing. You can agree with me. You can not agree with me.
It doesn't matter whether I agree with you or not. We're not here to agree or not agree. All I'm just saying is that where is zero for this guy? That's what I want to get to. Is like, where is zero?
There is no zero for this guy, because he'll fucking get away with it. It's zero for the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, I think things were heading that way before he came in on Monday. You know, you got Biden gutted billions out of the treasury, handing over that lump of debt to this guy who's probably going to run it double the deficit, you know? And again, where's zero going to be? It wasn't there for Biden, not going to be there for Trump. Just the treasury's just going to print another batch. That's why the dollar's coming down, because this probably is going to end up in another 40% of circulation dollar, you know, as you saw in COVID. I don't know. We'll leave it there.
I'm just not even going to fucking argue with you. Biden, Trump. Biden was Biden, okay? And the guy before him was the guy before him, and the guy before him was the guy before him. There has never been a human being like this guy. Never.
I hear you.
It's egregious. He will not be happy until the whole thing is fucking. He don't give a shit, dude, about anything.
He's just got, I mean, yeah, he's just going to milk the teat as hard as he can until he's told to walk. That's
correct.
Normally where these things end up.
That's correct. And the only way he's going to be told to walk, right, is when the whole fucking shithouse goes up in flames. That's the only thing that's going to get people to tell him to walk. Because right now, they love him. They fucking love him, man. They've got into his whole fucking line of bullshit, okay? They love him. And so the only way they're going to get him to walk is if shit crashes. And then they'll say, oh, we got to get rid of this fucking guy. Okay. Too fucking late now, asshole.
No, the first one to walk is going to be the Fed. You know, the governor of the Fed or someone in a finance position, and he'll be hiding behind that first off. And then it'll be looking at the president thereafter. I reckon. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is well above my pay grade.
Again, it's beyond my pay grade too, except that I have seen this movie before, and I know how it ends. I don't know if the movie's going to be an hour long or if it's going to be 10 hours long. I have no idea. I know how this ends. I've never once in my life seen this end in any other possible way, ever. Like I say, that hedge fund I talked about, it took them 10 years. I quit because I said, there's no fucking way I'm putting my money in here, right? They wanted me to buy into the partnership. I was like, there's no way I'm putting my money into this partnership. Okay, I worked too fucking hard for this money, right? I am not this partnership for this guy to piss away, right?
Yeah.
So I left. It was 10 years before they blew up.
And all the partners got.
I had to hear for 10 years about how wrong I was and blah, 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 blah. And then one day, the guy took all whatever money was left, told everybody at the firm we're fucking closed, and that was it. And everybody's like, well, but where's my partnership money? It's like, well, that's gone. That's gone. Sorry.
Oh, shit, man. And he's still walking around having a good time.
Yes. They're getting sued by Jeffries for $100 million. They're getting sued from the retirement account that they were supposed to be fiduciaries over for the firm for doing horrible fucking things. Same thing that Trump's doing, dude. The guy was out there telling people how much money they had under management in this product that he created, right? This shit product. He was lying. Somebody called him out on the lie. So he went back to the firm. He said, okay, we're going to take the retirement account of the firm, right? And invest it in my product so that I can show these people that we do have that money under management. Completely fucking illegal to do that, right? Fiduciary duty on retirement account, completely illegal. It breaks ERISA rules. It breaks the law. He don't fucking care. They still did it. And the head of personnel caught him doing it and sued him. But before they could get that lawsuit done, they went bankrupt anyway. So what does he give a shit? It's the same thing with fucking Donald Trump, dude. He don't give a fuck. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. He's going to walk away with his fucking money. He's going to fucking have it all fucking hidden. And everybody's going to go after him. And we're going to all be left holding the bag. This is how this always fucking happens. I'm going to say it again. Unchecked narcissism. That's what it is.
Well,
and it always ends up in the same place. Always, always, always.
I just like to remind our listeners we are available for kids' parties or fun days out.
Whatever, dude.
I'm just making it.
Like I mean, look, my report last week was as bullish as could possibly be.
Well, how can you? Well, yeah, fine.
I was like, how are you going to short this market? Okay, you can hate Donald Trump, you can hate his friends, you can hate the fact that they're all going to get rich on the fucking back of us, but you can just join now, right?
Yeah.
They're going to push the markets up, and you don't want to be short. You want to be long. That's the bottom line, right?
Don't fight the tape, man. You know,
right.
Don't fight the tape.
Right. But, you know, at the end of the day, the end game is going to be the end game. So, you know, that's it. They're just pushing it. They're pushing it to the ultimate end game.
I'd tell you one thing that's been settling in over the past, well, really since this week, really, is that I'm less attracted to trading equities because it just kind of feels like through the week that we've just had, it's like the markets are kind of dead, low volumes, not really moving around. Then Trump comes out and it's like, okay, off to the races, up we go, and then volumes in, and then you got two hours, maybe 3 hours of fluid movement, and then it's just dead again. Okay, markets go dead. Next day, waiting for Trump, dead, sideways action. Then Trump says something. Okay, bang, off we go. And it's just
no, and that's the other thing. He is going to get people over time, eventually, to lose confidence in the integrity of the fucking financial markets.
Oh, really? He's going to be the one to do that? Like, you know, come on.
I don't think there's any problem in the integrity of financial markets.
I tell you what, if they haven't woken up by now, I think they can stay asleep for a good bit longer.
Dude, it's Joe Biden didn't get on fucking the Twitter every fucking day and try to move financial markets. Okay. He didn't. You can say what you want. I'm not going to disagree with you. I didn't like the fucking guy. I didn't like his policies. I didn't vote for the guy. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
His MO. This is Donald Trump's MO.
Sure. But
and that is going to get people to lose confidence in the integrity of the markets, and they're just going to give up on it. And it's going to, I'm telling you, dude, listen, Donald Trump in the 80s, I was in college, right? But I did a report or whatever you call it, a paper.
Yeah.
In one of my classes on Donald Trump's deal where he took over the casino. He was battling with Merv Griffin to take over this Atlantic City casino or whatever, right? And so because I did that paper, I was like paying attention all of a sudden. I was 19, 20 years old. paying attention to the markets, and this was at the time of Wall Street, the movie, right? Gordon Gekko and all that shit, right? And
Oh yeah,
these guys,
it's good.
right? These guys are doing these LBOs, of companies that, whatever, were trading for $20 that they can sell off for $60. Icon really was the first one, but and Mike Milton came out and was doing the whole junk bond thing to finance these takeovers and all that. And
We're show likes Anaconda Steel.
right, it was all that
Shit.
right, all that shit going on, right? During that time, Donald Trump was not a part of that crew. Okay, the Milton crew. It was really the Milton crew that was doing most of it, right? Because they could get all these junk bonds, they shoot it, no problem.
Yeah.
But Trump will come out every once in a while. There was about 4 or 5 instances. All of a sudden, there'd be a rumor that Donald Trump was taking over some company, right?
Oh yeah, and then it went.
The stock would jump like 20, 25%.
Yeah, with often okay.
Yeah, and it would hold there for about a day or two.
Jesus.
And then
And it was
and then it would go straight back down. And he never took over a single fucking company because he never had the money or the access to the money to do it, right? But there would be these rumors, and that was the kind of market we were in, right? And I'm sure that he made a bunch of money doing that. And I'm not taking a leaf from him. You're allowed to do that. You know what I mean? I could fucking buy a bunch of stock right now and go tell everybody, hey, Jason Shapiro is about to take over this fucking company. And if people are stupid enough to fucking believe it, and they're stupid enough to buy it because of that, then hey, I'm stupid enough to make money off it. I get it. But all I'm saying is the guy doesn't really do real things, dude.
So we were talking about the Trump coin, right? So one of the boys in our room, Duggan Capital room, on when was it? Monday it came out or Sunday? Anyway, on Monday he sent me this chart and he's like, look at this shit, and he's like, it's just fucking parabolic chart for Trump coin, and I was like, this is classic. What do you call it? Bucket shop reminiscence of a stock operator manipulation, right? And I'm going to send you a link to this. It's chapter 20 of Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, right?
It's worse than
I
that.
read this and, but the gig, man. They just manipulate, like they attach someone's name to maybe being behind the stock. Things skyrockets, but obviously it's pre-agreed that the person's name, the name of the person, and that person is given a chunk of the shares. Yeah, the thing skyrockets, get juiced by the brokers with lots of media, skyrockets, and then it's the attached name, rug pull. Yeah, huck to.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
I mean, whatever you want to say.
This whole thing, and that's what I'm trying to say. In this particular instance, it's not. This guy's not just doing one stock that he's attaching his name to, or one.
It's the U.S. economy, man.
The global fucking economy.
Well, yeah. The global economy.
It's going to be the huge fucking rug pull. He's going to look it for as much.
We'll be watching. Well, I'll be watching, man, with the popcorn. I mean, this is rating porn, man. Yeah, if you're talking about the big one, yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd let it burn, man. Yeah,
I always say, let it fucking burn.
Let it burn. Down 50% S&P, man. Down 80%. Bring it back to the 1939, 29 crash.
Let's do it, man.
Could you imagine? Oh, man.
I can imagine it. I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine it. Yes, I absolutely can. I think that we don't have people long enough yet, but they're getting there. It's going to be interesting to see the COT come out today, and even next week. But they're getting there. People got pretty damn bearish for whatever reason. They keep doing it. You know what I mean? I keep hoping that the one time they don't, but the market stopped going up in November or whatever and went nowhere for 2 months, and the bearishness just went through the fucking roof again.
I'm looking at the relative volume on S&P over the last, this is back to like October. You see, like on election day, it was what was it? It was like 1,000 times, actually 1,036% times relative volume came into the stock market, into ES at that time. Yesterday, or on Tuesday, on the overnight 1 a.m., we got 590% times relative volume, went into ES. All right. These are, well, I don't need to tell you, man. There's a lot of volume going in here. So, yeah, there's a rug to be pulled. A rug to be pulled.
My only hope is that they, instead of getting bearish again on the dips, that this time they get. I've been waiting for 2 years. They get bullish into the dips. They buy more into the dips. That's my hope, because that's what's really going to get the market to go down. It can't go down. They keep selling the dip, right? If they buy the dip finally for the first time, that's when the possibility of there being a real freaking rug.
You mean if they sell the dip?
No, if they sell the dip, it goes right back up. They get bearish.
So you mean it's fast selling it?
Yeah, just squeeze them right back up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to see the time that they buy the dip. And during Biden, nobody ever wanted to buy the dip because everybody always thought it was the end of the world. I got a feeling now under Trump that they will buy the dip because they know that Donald's going to save us. Okay.
Yeah.
Donald's going to create the greatest economy in the world. It's morning fucking in America. Okay. So buy the debt, buy any debt, Bitcoin, buy any debt, everything. Buy any debt.
You know that book? That's about extraordinary collapses over the last 200 years by Edward Chancellor. So he was talking in Kilkenny about 2 months ago, and I asked him, I was like, what do you think the dangers are of the Fed put? That every time we dip, everyone knows to buy the dip because the Fed are daddy to protect, and they will always cut the rates as much as they can to then, let everyone buy the dip. And he said, and he knows his shit, but he said, you know what? Next time we dip, I don't think the Fed are going to exercise the put. I was like, I thought,
how are they going to do it? How?
Well, I don't know. But that's what
dollars already starting to fucking fall here. Now they're going to print more fucking money at a time when they're already going broke. Dude, it's so dangerous. And it
speaks to an even worse situation when we dip and the commercials sell the dip, right? Or whoever sells the fucking dip, we don't bounce, and then we keep dipping. Suddenly we're now 20% off the highs, 30% off the highs, and the Fed don't say anything.
No, because they hate Donald Trump anyway. But
exactly. They're not gonna put exercise.
Just back up, and then the market crashes, and then in 2 years, the Democrats take control of the House and the Senate, and the first thing they fucking do before they even sit down in their fucking seats, they off this fucking guy. Okay, Elizabeth Warren is already starting, and listen, I am no fan of Elizabeth Warren. Okay,
what this guy?
They boot this guy, dude.
Oh,
they fucking go right. How hard is it to find a reason to impeach this guy? I mean, you can find a reason, right?
We know they've been throwing that book, man.
Okay, but they haven't had the seats, dude. If the markets crash, they will lose the seats in the House and the Senate. You need the House and the Senate because the House impeaches, the Senate makes it stick, right? So the House can impeach because it's Democrat, but if the Senate is Republican, it doesn't get done. You got to get the House and the Senate, and then you get them both, and then Donald Trump is gonzo, dude. Gonzo. And what they should do is throw them on a fucking. What they should do is take all these fuckers. Okay, I love Elon Musk, by the way, but take Musk, take Trump, take Bezos, take all these fucking guys, put them in one of these fucking rocket ships, and send them to fucking Mars. Here you go, guys. Go fucking live on Mars, you fucking motherfucker. Take all your money.
Keep their money here, man. Keep their money here. Jeffrey Sachs had said this the other day. He said, we put them all on a spaceship, but leave their money here. We'll keep it and put it to some good work.
There we go.
It's interesting, though, that the Fed aren't going to be with Trump. So if we do dip and then keep dipping, the Fed are just going to go, hey, buddy, you're on your own. Go and call Saudi for some stimulus. I don't know. We'll be watching. All right, man.
You're right. Don't call your Saudi buddies, man. Don't get you out of this, buddy.
Mr. Shapiro.
It's coming, dude. I ain't saying you shorted today because of this. I'm telling you that this is as guarantee of a thing as there gets. The timing is a lot harder. I could argue it starts today, but I could also argue it doesn't start for another 2 years. So the time.
I read somewhere like
the ultimate destination is. To me, it's set in stone.
I read somewhere during the week that I think I read before is, getting the timing wrong is pretty much indecipherable from being wrong when it comes to markets.
It is indecipherable.
And there's nothing truer about trading than that, to be honest.
No, there's no question about it. There's no question about it. That's why I say this conversation is not about what trade to make here. It's just me being, and that's why I say I'm an angry bear, because I think we're going to zero, but I can't short it. Not here. But again, you will know the timing, because it's when the market rejects one of these ideas. He's going to come out there and be like, "Oh, we're going to fucking spend $1 zillion fucking dollars on saving."
Look at this Russell, man, up 0.3, but you know, I mean, they're buying all sectors. It's the second coming of Christ in terms of capitalism and markets here, man. I mean, just
that's right. That's right. Go for it, man. Go for it.
I'm not going for shit, man.
Go for it. Get all in, everybody. Get all in. The quicker you freaking just get all in already, the quicker this fucking rug pull can happen.
Right, man. You know, it's Friday, and you know what we do here in Ireland.
Friday? Wait, why is Friday any different than Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday? Right?
We're too busy ragging on the Jewish community.
Yeah, I was going to say, go get some pints and throw rocks at Jews. It's the same thing you guys do 7 days a week. What's the difference?
All right, man. All right. It's been a pleasure. I'll be talking to you.
Thanks for giving me a opposed to rant.
Good man. I'll talk to you. Have a good weekend.